with you guys. I mean, what is that something that you guys take pride in, like watching us grow?
I mean, that's what do I always say? What's my motto? I don't have to say it around Woodward. Woodward sports about the people, right? It ain't about the sports. That's what you talk about. So it's about the people, whether it's behind the scenes, people that are watching at home, throughout the world. You guys we touch everybody around the world. So doing that as a team, this is just a bigger part of it for the next generation, like Neil said.
No, absolutely, for sure. This is the pro hole. Hey,
Yeah.
Bryce, you go to Texas? I did, yes. You did?
Yeah.
Are they back?
Welcome Horns, never left, baby.
Our guy, the pro here on hole number 5, Bryce, he went to Texas. He's got the Longhorns logo. He tells me, in fact, that Texas is back.
They never left, Neil.
They never left. No, but
Hey,
Sam, to
Neil,
answer the question,
and you can check that out at the Big House in a few weeks.
Hey, I'll be there.
I'll be there. Just hold your breath and wait for me.
I
I'll be
was
there.
talking golf, Terry. I was talking
I
Texas
thought
golf.
University of Texas golf. Yes, they are back.
No, but yeah, we're out here. We're out here doing it, and happy to be doing it for sure. Appreciate you guys. Everybody on Big D Energy too.
And stay tuned from some clips from the Goons.
Yeah, we'll get some clips coming out in a couple minutes.
We got
Don't worry.
proof.
We got proof.
But proof of a good game, correct? Not one of your weaker days, right? Stuff that you want us to see.
No, these guys are killing it. I mean, if they're 4 under after 5 holes, they're going to be in contention for the whole kit and caboodle today. Why? But you know what? The only people they'll finish behind are the ones that cheat.
I'm sure. I'm sure that
100%.
I don't know if there's any out there. This is a golf club of integrity. I don't think there's any cheaters out here.
No. All golfers cheat.
Is that true?
It's true. All golfers cheat. I mean, the winning team will shoot a 16 under, and they'll claim 19 under.
That's what it was. Flubbing scores a little bit.
Right.
And we are live from Cherry Creek Golf Club at the Detroit Sports Media Association. We are checking in with Neil Rule and Darren McCarty. Myself and Terry Foster are on the show instead of them today. But you know what? They're always here. And I'm sure at some point, if they have a chance, they'll check back in again. But
stay with us for a second, dude. We're about to hit everybody. Stay with us. Jesus,
absolutely.
Get to the team. Yeah.
Elite camera work.
That's pretty much money. I'm only going to do this just for fun right now because that's DMAC right there. So pretty good.
DMAC is the only one I want to see hit.
My motto, Corey paid me to fun the guys
Oh, man. Now, that sounded like a real hit.
Middle of the fairway.
Fairways, baby, fairways. Oh, we got Bryce. We got Bryce the pro right here. He told us, in fact, that the Longhorns are back. Yeah. He's serious about it too. He's got Texas on his belt. Jesus Christ.
That sounded pretty good.
Oh, man.
Welcome Horns, Bryce.
No, see, that's different. That's a pro.
That sounds like you guys are chopping trees down over there.
No, don't get me wrong. I mean, Neil, D-Mac, you guys can hit, but that was a pro right there, and it shows 100%.
I didn't have to see it. I heard it.
Hey, Bryce, I picked you guys
The
to beat
Longhorns
Bama last
are
year.
back.
Remember that? He's going again.
Oh, is he?
Spenny's full hard.
Yo, that was the one.
Bryce, how far do you think that just went?
Carry 380 to 390. Oh, carry 380.
Carry.
Thanks for your service. Right. Hey, the horns are back. If it's up to you, the horns are back, everybody. Hook 'em horns. Here he is.
Hook 'em horns.
All right.
Oh, they never
All
left
right.
and go.
We'll catch back up with you on our Big D Energy, everybody. All right.
All
Thanks,
right.
Flannel.
All right, thank you.
Big thrill.
Yeah, I appreciate you for
That was dope.
for letting us check in. That was a lot of fun, and you get to kind of see the event in action with a pro and then a couple of guys who are pretty damn good at golf, but aren't quite pros. Speaking of which, Spencer Raxter.
Yes.
Would you like to give a Cliff Note version of the day that you, Neil Rule, D-Mac, and Stick had yesterday?
Yeah, for sure. It was a lot of fun. You know, shout out to D-Mac. Had us out on Oakhurst. I played like dog shit. Like, it was bad. I couldn't get out of the box. I did knock down like a 30-footer. That was the highlight of my day. But these guys, they're so good. Stick was piping his drives all day. Neil's right down the middle with every drive he takes. D-Mac is a wizard. If D-Mac didn't lose his ball in the last hole, he would have finished 1 under for the day. It was just insane stuff. I did not belong there.
You fellas have to learn this. Former and current NHL players, 99% of them can play golf.
Yeah.
And I mean at a very high level.
No, that's what I've heard. That was just something that D-Mac picked up.
No, it's true. No, I don't want to hear this. That's what I heard. Shit. It's true. Motherfucker, I just said it was true. Why do you want to sit up here and doubt me? Do I make shit up or am I truthful?
I personally thought that was the most benign thing any human being can say, but that's all well and good. That's okay. No, I am sorry for not trusting your word, Terry Foster. That will not happen again.
Well, yeah, it better not.
That's all right. Hey, and what T-Foss says goes. It's an honor and a privilege to be in this
something like
president.
this, yes, it goes. NHL players can play golf.
Okay.
99%. I don't know who the 1% is.
No, and D-Mac is proof of that. And Spenny,
It was insane. Like, literally watching D-Mac actually play. He was playing good for his standards, too. It was just nasty watching it. Every strike that he hit the ball, it just sounded different. It was very impressive. Stick out drove him on a couple holes, though.
wow.
This man, Stick, he was piping it down the fairway. It was awesome. I couldn't get out of a box to save my life yesterday. It was only my second round of the year, though, and I was a little nervous.
So you're probably nervous, man, because you're around people who can play.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, no, when I'm with – because me and most of my boys, you know, we've only been playing for, like – this is like our second year actually playing golf, so – we're all pretty much the same skill level, but I go out there with guys that actually play golf. It's definitely a little intimidating.
Yeah, no, 100%. Dirty Dr. D roasts the F out of him, T-Foss. He did. Hey, T-Foss, the OG, what he says goes.
That's true.
Noted.
I don't say stuff for my health. I say it because it's true. Damn.
Rando,
so hard.
Rando Smalls, Terry going to smack him before the day is over. I would like to think no, but
I don't hit. No, I don't hit.
I know you don't, T-Foss.
He wrestles.
I just educate. I don't hit.
He wrestles. Right there?
I do. Hey, I like to wrestle the ladies.
The growler.
Yeah.
Stick in the chat. Sam just got motherfucked by T-Foss. Yeah. I don't think that's the first time, and I'm sure it certainly won't be the last today, but it's great entertainment.
You know, it's all up to you. It could be. It could be the last time.
I don't know.
Depends on how you behave.
I have a feeling that it won't be. Usually on these remotes, no matter who I'm with, it gets a little bit spicy. Last time it was Stick. This time it's a Terry Foster. So we shall see. But if I ever want to mellow out from getting a little fiery, I got to go to Dispo, of course.
You certainly do.
I certainly do.
And if you go to Dispo, you can get the best product around because Dispo's got the most product and the best product. You can enter to win a signed jersey and helmet from your favorite football team. Scan the QR code above me to enter, and you get a free $10 to purchase some of that delicious product. Make sure you check out Dispo. There's tons of locations. The Romeo location is my personal favorite. You'll catch us there every now and then. It's Dispo Dispensary, your local cannabis plug.
Come to any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men and claim your throne for a king's treatment from one of our talented stylists. Open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Just get to a Lady Jane's today and receive a precision haircut, scalp massage, hot lather neck shave, and a hot towel treatment. A haircut should not be a chore. It should be an experience. And that's exactly what Lady Jane's has to offer. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins are always welcome. There's always a location near you. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
You have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper, Tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
Hey, looking for the best Detroit sports wearables? Go to the Woodward Sports merch store. It's got all of the best t-shirts, hoodies, hats, anything you could possibly want. They got the Stoke Not Scared, the Jack Campbell-inspired meat missile. They've got the Boo Them Kids apparel out now. Everything you could possibly want. A one-stop shop if you want to go looking like the best-dressed Detroit sports fan. They got the Brad Holmes guy. Everything you could possibly want, and we are all Brad Holmes guys in the city of Detroit. So if you want the best Detroit sports wearables, visit the merch store today online. Welcome back to Big D Energy live on the Woodward Sports Network. I am Flannel Sam. To my right is Terry Foster. Oh, you guys are just like bumping along to the music. We all know these tracks like the back of our hand. That's the funny thing. Oh, and now he's like really cranking. Oh my God, I can't hear myself.
Break it down, Flannel. There we go.
We're going to make it through this show. I'm a little worried now.
Hey.
Right.
Just like your snapping back at me is dependent on me, my getting through the show is dependent on these guys over there. If they're going to crank the music up and I can't talk over it, I might as well dance.
That's fair.
You know what I mean? Absolutely. I'm like that dude on Dazed and Confused. What does he want to do? I just want to dance. Played by Adam Goldberg. Shout out, great movie, by the way.
Great movie.
Absolutely. Speaking of things that are great, not the Detroit Tigers. They haven't given us a whole lot to celebrate this season, as you know. But one thing that was announced yesterday is that Tarek Skubal and Riley Green are both named to the American League All-Star team for the very first time. Terry Foster, is that a big deal or no?
That's a big deal, but am I the only one in Detroit who does not think Riley Green is an all-star?
Yes, you're the only one in Detroit who doesn't think he's an all-star.
All right, he's not an all-star.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
He
That's
is
lunacy.
one, but how about this? He shouldn't be.
Who would you put over him? That's my problem. He absolutely is an all-star. And you know what?
With that whopping 261 batting average?
You mean that on-base percentage, that OPS that's near the top?
18th in the league. It's 18th. It's not near the top.
Hey, right. You know what? I got some numbers too. Riley Green is 3rd in the American League in walks, 10th in the American League in OPS, 6th in the American League in WAR, 7th among AL outfielders in home runs, tied for 7th among AL outfielders in RBIs, and 5th among AL outfielders in WAR. I'm just saying. There's actually, that last stat is wrong, but the first 5 were 100% right.
Oh, so you making stuff up?
I'm not making stuff up. Listen to what I said.
All wrong.
All right.
One's wrong.
Listen to what I said. Why isn't Riley Green an all-star?
His batting average.
Oh, my God.
He's 17th in home runs. He's 18th in RBIs. We've overvalued him because when you put up his stats against the rest of this garbage on the Tigers, he looks like not an all-star, but a Hall of Famer.
He's a good player. And
good. You are correct. He is a good player. But all-stars are not good players. They're excellent players.
No, I think he is a great player. And I think Terry Foster is symptoms of a problem amongst some Detroit sports fans that just undervalue Riley Green. The prehistoric measuring of just measuring batting average and being like, oh, this guy's no good. Riley Green, when it comes to all of those metrics that I just gave you with OPS, WAR, on base percentage, absolutely belongs in the All-Star game, 100%. Especially when you look at who is sort of behind him. Anthony Santander, he's got a lot of home runs, but hey, if you want to talk about batting average, it's under 240. There's no argument that that he shouldn't be there. He should be in the All-Star game.
I disagree, man. I have higher standards. You know, to me, you can't. I'm looking at guys with 20 home runs, maybe 60 RBIs, a higher on-base percentage. I will give you this: very good fielder.
I don't give a damn about his fielding. I just like the fact that he gets on base and he's hits for power, and he is the best player on the Tigers, 100%. Thomas,
dude, that's not saying anything.
Well, it's saying anything when his numbers stack up against some of the rest of the league. That's what I'm saying. same amount of walks as Gunnar Henderson, a higher OPS than Jose Ramirez. Nobody. There is not one person in the world that would say Jose Ramirez shouldn't be an all-star, but with Riley Green, it's just apropos to be like.
Part of it, all-stars are people that you want to see play. Nobody wants to see Riley Green play in the all-star game.
I do.
Because they don't even know who he is.
That's fine. That's fine. So I guess we're just going to make the entire all-star team Yankees and Orioles. Yankees and Orioles and Red Sox. That's what we're going to do. Maybe we could sprinkle in an Astro and a Guardian. Maybe one of each. Just Angels, Yankees, Red Sox. Is that what we want to do?
No. I want to see entertainment.
Okay.
I have no interest in seeing Riley Green in the All-Star game. And this is a guy, as a kid, no matter what Tiger was on there, I was excited when they put him in the 7th inning to watch him bat.
I think we just have a fundamental disagreement.
I tell you what, here's what we need to do. Part of being in an All-Star game is a popularity contest. Let's see what postseason awards Riley Green wins. I'm willing to bet he won't win anything.
Of course he's not going to win anything, but that's okay. Like that's the thing. The people who are going to win stuff are the stuff like the Aaron Judges and the Juan Sotos and the Gunnar Hendersons, people like that.
I mean, people are actually doing something?
Oh, Riley Green's not as good as those guys. He sucks. He blows. I'll tell you what, too.
No. Show me a little stupid stat you like to carry around.
Stupid stats.
Where Riley Green is better than Aaron Judge. Here, I'm
he's
waiting.
Not. I'm not saying he's better than Aaron Judge. I'm saying that he's a top five. He's a top 5 outfielder in the American League right now. 100%. You got Aaron Judge, you got Juan Soto, you got Kyle Tucker, you got Stephen Kwan, and then you've got Riley Green. 100%.
Right.
And then Jaron Duran.
All right, now slow down. The thing I enjoy about you is you stick your little nose in your computer and you come up with every cockamamie stat to support your bullshit arguments. I thought you were going to tell me how Riley Green is on par with Aaron Judge because he's got more walks than him, and
he actually does.
He's got better walk-up music than Aaron Judge.
Hey, I actually use analytics. I don't use walk-up music. And I'm not saying he's better than Aaron Judge or Juan Soto or anybody like that, but he is a deserving all-star, 100%. And I think that most people would agree with me. Spencer Raxter, I got to get your take on this. Is Riley Green an all-star? Does he deserve it?
Yeah, I think he is. Not a starter, obviously, but I think he's deserved enough to be in there for the game. Skubal, on the other hand, he should be the AL starter, and I don't think there's any question about that. But
I'm not going to argue with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Tarek Skubal, I think that he deserves to be the starter. I would put him as the starter. You could make an argument for Seth Lugo and Corbin Burns. They both have a lower ERA than Tarek Skubal, but Tarek Skubal has a higher K rate, less walks, the same pitching WAR as Seth Lugo. I would put Tarek Skubal in just because of what he's done this year. You could argue Corbin Burns and Seth Lugo. I'm not going to have a cow if Tarek Skubal isn't starting, but I think he's earned it. He's had, to me, a Cy Young level season. Can we agree on that?
We can agree on that one. The fact that he's got a winning record on this team, he should be an all-star starter.
Yeah. No, he 100%, I would put him at. If you want to have the argument that Corbin Burns is the ace on a very exciting Baltimore Orioles team, kind of for the whole visibility thing, and he seems to be one of the missing pieces, especially when a lot of their pitching staff has had some injury issues or some ineffectiveness. Corbin Burns has been that stabilizing force that has made the Baltimore Orioles probably the best team in the American League, along with guys, of course, like Adley Rutschman and Gunnar Henderson and guys like that. But
Riley Green.
Hey, Riley Green is one of the best outfielders in Detroit. And I knew you were going to say that for some reason.
That was a Freudian slip. You just said Riley Green is one of the best outfielders in Detroit.
True.
So you don't even believe
that's
what you're
true.
saying.
That is a Freudian slip.
There is not one metric that says that Riley Green is not one of the best outfielders in the American League. I know. Every time I bring up stats, a lot of you just shrivel and be like, oh, my God, Flannel brought up a stat. All he cares about is stats. Stats is literally a record of what happened. That's what it is.
No.
Oh, so Riley Green. Are you? Wait a minute. Stick.
Wins are a stat about what happened. Totality of what happened.
Wait a minute.
Not just a subsection of what happened, a totality.
Wait a minute. So are Riley Green wins a stat? How's Spencer Torkelson been this season? How's Parker Meadows been this season?
Hey, Home Biscuit. Does the stat really count when Riley Green hits a home run in the 9th inning and they're trailing 8-1?
Oh, so that's all he's done this year. You have no proof of that. You're just spouting stuff into the sky.
It's happened.
And he's had important home runs.
Cole Keith had some important home runs.
Oh, we're going to get to that in a second. We're going to get to that in a second, Spencer Raxter, because he did have a hell of a series. I am here to be the crusader against Riley Green disrespect. And it's coming from Terry Foster. It's coming from Stick over there.
I love Riley Green, but no, this was more about your ability not to see the full picture and only use little bits of stats to make your narrative right. But then once you look at the whole damn game, it doesn't show it. Just like the stealing thing we came through earlier. Like, you hate stealing, but you only hated it because the guy got hurt stealing up 5-1. You don't hate it, and I broke down the numbers to you, and you had no argument once I did that.
No, I do have – wait a minute.
Zero argument.
Wait a minute. I have zero argument against steals. I have zero arguments against steals. Oh, I've got an argument, all right.
They did the batter before Parker Meadows stole and got hurt. Parker Meadows singled a run in because Jake Rogers stole second.
That's fine, and enjoy the injured list, Parker Meadows. Enjoy the injured list that you didn't have to be on.
Everybody that steals gets injured.
No, I'm not saying that. Oh, by the way,
that's why they have oven mitts now.
By the way, Stick, stolen bases. You know what stolen bases is? It's a designer stat. The real stats are on-base percentage, OPS, and WAR, and all of that stuff.
WAR is way more of a designer
no,
stat than stolen bases.
Hold on, man.
Stolen bases happen.
Shit, I just sounded like Rico Beard there. My bad. Oh, okay, don't want that. Shout out Rico Beard. I just get annoyed when he does that. Anywho, stolen bases. I've got some numbers on stolen bases this season. Out of the top 10 stolen base leaders this season, only 3 of them were all-stars and 4 of them were on playoff teams. Do you want to know what it is for on-base percentage? 9 were all-stars and 9 were on playoff teams. OPS, 10 were all-stars and 9 were on playoff teams. And WAR, 9 were all-stars and 8 were on playoff teams. And you always bring up, Stick, Ricky Henderson. Ricky Henderson is a phenomenal baseball player, and he is the all-time leader in stolen bases. However, what makes him great as well is a 401 lifetime on-base percentage. That's phenomenal. He led the MLB American League in walks 4 times. He also led the MLB in caught stealing 5 times. So there are a few times where he just, got himself off of base and killed rallies. Go ahead, Stick.
So, once again, this is the part of the game where Broder was trying to explain it to you because he played ball, right? He pitched.
Oh, I have no opinion. It's okay.
No,
you know what? When it's football, bring Braylon Edwards right here. Get me off.
You're allowed to have opinion, but you can be wrong, Flannel Sam, and you can listen to people who actually played the game to understand nuance beyond stats. Right, and that's what Broder was trying to explain to you. He's a pitcher. He pitched at University of Michigan. Pretty damn good school. I think you're a big fan of it, right? Okay, so we can say he's a decent pitcher at minimum. He would argue when you have a runner on first that has speed and is going to put pressure on you, that changes the mental capacity of what the catcher's calling. That changes the mental capacity of what the pitcher's doing. It changes the way your infield has to play. It changes the way the backup has to be. And those don't show up in stats. And this is where I love you, but this is where you miss a huge section of what sports actually are.
Okay.
It's a mental game. It's a chess match. What you want to do is constantly put pressure on your opponent. You can't measure pressure and how guys respond to it by statistics. But doing those things creates opportunities for your team, and it makes the other team focus on anything but what they're good at.
All I will say is, why aren't the Cincinnati Reds in the playoffs? Because Elly De La Cruz gives you 40-some stolen bases.
Well, Acuna wouldn't have won his MVP if it wasn't for stolen bases.
And that's fine. And that's all well and good. I'm just saying that this season, Elly De La Cruz is the least of the Cincinnati Reds' problems. I'm not saying otherwise. He leads the entire MLB in stolen bases. But the Cincinnati Reds have the exact same record as the Detroit Tigers. If stolen bases was that just amazing, mythical thing that we all think that he is, what does he have now? 55, 60 doubles? Shouldn't the Reds be near the top in the Major League Baseball in runs scored? No, because what matters more is getting on base, slugging.
It's only one batter.
Walking. That's fine. That's fine.
But if you had 4 or 5 guys stealing bases, then you'd be in a much better position. Now, I don't want to pick on Flannel Sam, but I'm going to anyway. All right. How long have you been watching baseball?
Since I was, I'll say, 25 years.
So you've been watching it 25 years.
Yes.
In your 25 years of watching baseball, how many times have you seen a guy score from first base on a single?
How many times? None. Zero. I think there was one.
Okay.
But how many times have you seen?
Okay, all right. Stop. Shut up. I didn't ask you. I didn't ask for a filibuster. Now, in your 25 years of watching baseball, how many times have you seen a guy score from second base on a single?
I would say about 60% of the time that it happens, or something like that.
So that shows the importance of stolen bases.
Okay, but there's also the chance that you get caught stealing, and everything that you did, that single that you might have just got, that walk that you might have just got, might as well turn into a ground out, a fly out, or a strikeout.
Yeah, but
that happens too.
If you're stealing the 80% clip, you're going to be in good shape.
You have to be at least 80% for it to even be the beginnings of effective. I will give you that. If you're anything under 80%, you should stop stealing immediately. Like Parker Meadows, who's a lifetime 75%. I bet y'all didn't know that, but you do now. And
No. But, dude, if you got a buffalo ass, you're not stealing second. We're keeping you on first base. But if you're a gazelle and you have good timing and everything, I'm sending you.
But you know what? Not Riley Green. He's on my mind because I love him. Parker Meadows. And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be a dick. I don't know if it was his call. I don't know if it was the manager's call. All I know is when you're up 5-1 and you try to steal and you get yourself hurt, enjoy the injured list. You had a hell of a series. You did. But now you're probably not going to be with the team for a while. But you know who is going to be with the team for a long time and has been with the team for a while now. Wake Up Woodward, of course. Myself, Flannel Sam. We got Matt Broder. We got Detroit Kool-Aid. We got JB. We got KG. Bringing you all of the Detroit content, some fun stuff. A new morning show that is as good as it was before. As good as it was before.
I thought you had poise.
I do have poise. Love the morning show and Wake Up Woodward. See you in a bit.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Thank you to all the fans for making Woodward Sports your #1 online destination for Detroit sports. We promise not to drop the ball. Congratulations to the real coach of the year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
Pet Supply is hands down Michigan's best pet store. Same prices and all the conveniences of the online and big box retailers, with one major difference. They are family and locally owned and operated for over 30 years. 60 brands of food, nutrition experts to help you. Same day, local, curbside, pickup, delivery. Premier Pet Supply. Give your pet the best. www.premierpetsupply.com.
Back to Big D Energy Live on the Woodward Sports Network. I am Flannel Sam. The man to my right is Terry Foster.
Flannel,
What's up?
I've learned so much from you today.
Oh, I'm sure you have.
Now, Coach Keith got injured by stealing the base.
Parker Meadows.
Okay.
Yes.
Parker Meadows was injured stealing a base. So does that mean Riley Green should stop catching fly balls? Because he always gets injured when he's trying in the outfield.
He got hurt the first couple of seasons, and he's been healthy this year. And second of all,
so should he stop?
No, because stolen bases is something you don't have to do. You can get on first and you can wait to be hit over. What do you want him to do? Put him in the outfield and just have him let the fly ball drop? It's a different thing, but it's like all the same, right? It's all the same.
Dude,
God,
how
you
you going to get hit over when every Tiger batter is hitting the ball back to the pitcher?
That's actually not true. There's more good players on the Tigers than you think, Terry Foster. I'm sure we're going to fight about this one too, but it's all well and good. And just remember, guys, the underlying thing that you got from last segment is that Terry hates Riley Green. That's what it was. Terry wants Riley Green off the team and traded.
I'm just trying to put stuff in perspective.
He wants Anthony Santander on the All-Star team. He wants Colton Cowser and his bum ass on the All-Star team. He'd probably rather have Cedric Mullins on the All-Star team, right? I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure.
Sure.
You probably would. That's all right.
If it gets you all charged
Alex Verdugo.
up.
Have him on the All-Star team instead. Alex Verdugo fucking sucks this year. Man, we're public, but that's all well and good, and I got a little bit mad. But, okay. Anywho, the Detroit Tigers, they had a nice series at Cincinnati. They came away with a sweep. So, Terry Foster.
First sweep since the opening series of the season against the White Sox.
Absolutely, and that is all well and good. But, Terry Foster, does the playoff push start today after that sweep? They are now 7.5 out of a wild card spot.
No, they're not in the playoff position. The team still blows. I like how the Tigers win a couple games here and there, and then we want to say, oh, playoff push. No, they're not in the playoff push. Give me some stats that says that they are. Go ahead. I love your little stats.
No, I mean, they're –
because the Tigers have won 2 games in a row. That puts them in the playoffs.
No, they've won 3 in a row. And, I mean, I know. A nice little sweep. Here's, though, what I will say about the Tigers. And I'm even going to include Parker Meadows in this, even though I would say his contribution will be missed for a while. What I like about this series, and I'm being dead serious, is that you got really good play out of 6 guys that could be part of your core moving forward. I mean, you had Reese Olson have a start where he went 5 2/3, 1 earned run, got a win. Tarek Skubal yesterday, 7 innings, 13 strikeouts, and a win. You had Colt Keith. He put up a .462 on base percentage, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs. You had Riley Green, .462 on base percentage, 1 home run, 2 RBIs. You had Parker Meadows, .417 on base percentage, 1 home run, 2 RBIs. And Wensiel Perez, .364, 1 home run, 2 RBIs. I'm not saying that it's going to carry them to a playoff push or anything like that.
No, you just did.
No, what I said is that it's nice to see some of the young guys who actually have a chance to be a part of the future show out. And if you don't think they showed out, you're just a hater at this point because all 6 of them had a good series. And when all 6 of them have a good series, the Tigers are actually play well.
I do. They did it against a AAA team. I'm not going to get excited over that. The 2 worst teams in baseball are Cincinnati and Detroit. Guess what?
Baseball.
Huh?
The A's
Guess what? One of them has to have a good day.
That's fine.
Because the other one blows.
The A's and the Rockies don't exist. The Marlins. And I get it. I get it. Both teams are bad. Both teams are under 500. I get excited about those things because, I mean...
About being below 500?
I mean, here's the thing. Riley Green and Tarek Skubal are all-stars. Whether you like Riley Green being an all-star or not, he was. You got Colt Keith, who's starting to figure it out to some extent at the plate. He had a really good month of May, and he's been scorching hot at the beginning of July. Parker Meadows came back and was an instant spark plug until he stole second and actually got caught stealing second and went down to injury. And then Wensiel Perez. You can say what you want about Wensiel Perez, but his emergence, especially with what you've seen from guys like Spencer Torkelson and Parker Meadows, has really been a nice piece for this team to kind of help them be a little bit afloat. These are guys that could be part of your future. This isn't a Zach McKinstry going off or anybody like that. It's not Gio Urshela or Javi Baez. It's guys who could actually have a future with this team. That's what I'm excited about.
Can I make this man mad one more time? If Spencer Torkelson and Riley Green were actually playing at an all-star level, the Tigers would be in playoff contention. But the fact that they're not, that's why they're below 500.
Terry, you put Spencer Torkelson and Riley Green in the same sentence as players not playing
all-star.
all-star.
They were both supposed to be all that in the bag of chips.
You know what's great, though, Terry? You know what's wonderful, and I love it more than anything in the world? When you see the 2024 All-Star lineup, you are going to be crying for the rest of your life because Riley Green was in it, and I'm going to be like, ha, 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 and just like basking in my riches. You had the nerve to put Spencer Torkelson and Riley Green in the same sentence in 2024.
Because I was told they were going to be in the same sentence.
But they're not.
But they're not.
Spencer Torkelson was terrible.
But what I said here, let's get that wax out your ears. I said if Spencer Torkelson and Riley Green were both playing at an all-star level, the Tigers would actually be in playoff contention.
No, and that's something that you have to put all of the blame on Spencer Torkelson for, because he's the problem. He's the one that was so bad that he got sent to AAA. Riley Green is the least of the Tigers' problems. And I've always said that the Tigers, they have more good players this season than you think. I just think they're being mismanaged in a lot of ways by A.J. Hinch. But we'll get to that in a second if you want to. Spencer Raxter is sweeping a series at Cincinnati. Something or nothing?
I think it's a nothing burger. I mean, I'm with Terry. This Cincinnati's one of the worst teams in the MLB. You're supposed to go out there and beat them. I do agree with you, though. It is good to see the young guys kind of being the driving force of that sweep, but they're not. They're dead. They're not going to the playoffs.
And that's fine, and they probably won't. If they even want to entertain the idea of dreaming, you got to win 4 out of 7 in this next homestand against Cleveland and Los Angeles. It's probably not going to happen, though. Those are two of the best teams in the MLB. So if they can do that, then maybe I'll get excited. But I'm not just going to poo-poo a sweep.
What are you going to say when they get swept by Cleveland?
They're done. Sell.
Okay.
Sell Mark Hanna, sell Jack Flaherty, sell Carson Kelly, and get top 100 prospects.
Trade deadline were today. Would you sell?
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
Because they're 7.5 out of the wild card.
Yeah. Oh, but you're talking about, they're playoff contention. Rah!
Hey, the good news is the trade deadline isn't today. And they're not in playoff contention. I'm just saying that a lot of people will look at this as...
That's funny. On this show, I thought I heard the words playoff contention. I know I didn't say it, so someone else had to say it. So that is you.
Hey, I actually see the value in the diamonds in the rough. When other people see bums, I see value. I see value in guys like Carson Kelly and Andy Ibanez. I see more value in them than A.J. Hinch does because A.J. Hinch decides to have lineups in which they're not even in there. That's the problem that I'm having. And again, I'm not saying that they're a playoff team. I'm not saying that they're going to make a run or anything like that. I'm just saying that they're better than you think. And if they put their best players out there more often, I think they would be better. Chuck Brewer, Sam can't listen. Terry was right. I wonder what Terry was right about because was he right about Riley Green or was I right? Oh, Terry was right.
Yeah.
So Riley Green isn't an all-star.
No.
Oh, well, he is. See him in the game. And you guys don't even care. You guys don't want Riley Green on this team.
Do I need to translate for Terry? Terry didn't say he wasn't an all-star. He said he is an all-star. He said he doesn't deserve to be an all-star.
Well, he does.
Two different statements, though.
He does.
You're getting worked up over Terry saying he is an all-star. That's not debatable. He's on the all-star team.
He is on the all-star team.
Right, but he's just saying he shouldn't be.
What do you think, Stick? Oh, get the fuck out of here. Of course you are. Of course you are. You just can't stand to agree with me. You guys all have flannel derangement syndrome.
Hey,
all
baby
of you.
boy.
No.
Baby boy, can you at least admit it's a debate?
Nope.
Wait.
Nope.
The best part about this is
I
got control of the mic, so I'm gonna slow flannel down.
Fair enough.
And
yeah, do like the presidential.
debate I'm just gonna shut his
him.
mic off. Just shut his mic off. First of all, I didn't disagree with you. I was thinking about the question before I answer, and that's something that I think you should probably start doing before we go live to air. But I would say he was voted in by his peers. So they know baseball. I'm going to say if they voted him in, I'm okay with it. I'm not against it. I want Riley Green to be great. I want everybody on the Tigers roster to be great. But is it a fringe? Yes. Yes, it is, Flannel. Whether you like it or not, he wasn't a runaway in any aspect. He isn't dominating in any one specific.
I gave you numbers, bro.
You gave me top 10 numbers, but he's not dominating any category. What is he the best at?
Nothing, but that's
Thank you.
Hey,
and that's what all-stars are. They're the best at something.
He's not better than
Am I wrong about all-stars?
Okay. All right, then get him off the team. Trade him.
And
cut
that's
him.
the thing. You can't have a real conversation that, look, he's not the best at anything right now.
So what?
Is he on his way? Sure, and I appreciate the uptrend that he's on. But saying he's an all-star, Damian Easley was an all-star. That doesn't mean you're an all-star.
Right. Riley Green
just
is better
because
than...
you're on the team doesn't mean you're an all-star, even though you're technically an all-star. I know it's weird and hard to comprehend, but it's nuance. It's the nuance that you miss.
No.
I can't believe
Go ahead.
you don't even believe it's a debate.
It's not a debate. Who would you want
Well,
after
we're having
him?
it.
Alex Verdugo? Do you want Alex Verdugo on above him? Do you want Anthony Santander? Do you want Colton Cowser? Those are the names that were up there in the voting. Do you want Mike Trout in his 29 games? And I love Mike Trout. Those are the names that were voted, basically were in his range of voting. That's one of the other points. If there was a guy who actually had a case above Riley Green, I would listen. My thing is that I have noticed a disturbing trend amongst a lot of Detroit sports fans is that they undervalue Riley Green. They think that he's just an all right player, and I fundamentally disagree with that. And I give you numbers, and you guys give me, oh, he runs funny. Oh, he just looks good because the Tigers.
He does run funny.
But you just gave me numbers, Flannel, but none of them were top numbers. They're all, he's 7th in this, he's 9th in this, he's 8th in this. None of them, and collectively, it's like America. We're not number 1 in anything, right? But we're 20th in this, we're 15th in this, we're number 4 in this. Overall, we're number 1. Damn right, America. Overall, Riley Green's great. America. And overall, we're the best. But statistically, we're not the best in damn near anything.
Okay, but here's the thing. How many players?
How do you hate America, Flannel?
I don't hate America. I love America. How many players are on the American League All-Star team? How many players start on the American League All-Star team? 9. So if you're top 10 in 3 statistical categories, by those numbers, including a statistical category like OPS and WAR, you should be on the All-Star team. In fact, it's different because 3 outfielders are obviously better than him. Those are starting the All-Star game numbers. He doesn't deserve to start it, but he 100% deserved to be on, and that is something that I'm 100% right on.
You know what everybody deserves?
What's that?
Everybody deserves to get a great haircut from Lady Jane's, because Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men is open 7 days a week. You can check in anytime. Womp, womp, womp. Make sure you go in there, sit down, because awesome is when a guy can be a guy and get an amazing haircut from Lady Jane's. Lady Jane's, go get a great haircut. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome, baby. Womp, womp.
Let me just say, I love Planet Fitness.
Trying out Planet Fitness, and dang, they got lots of equipment.
Not me getting a Planet Fitness membership just for the 24-hour perk.
Listen, the PF Black Card is worth every penny for this hydro massage. I'm a new man.
Did y'all know that the PF app has workouts you can do at home? Cheapest therapy I can find is Planet Fitness.
All the benefits, all for less. Planet Fitness, big fitness energy for all.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side.
Lemieux and McCarty, who've had a good knockdown drag up. There they go, right on the whistle. They were talking to one another.
Woodward Sports.
1. Guardian Alarm offers you customized solutions from real experts. Their professional technicians take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. They also have 24/7 professional monitoring. You can call them anytime, day or night. No Guardian Alarm team member will stay on the phone as long as needed. And, of course, they have technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology that's been proven to work and people who have been proven to care. So call them at 1-800-STAY-OUT, like my putts on the green last night. 1-800-STAY-OUT, and we'll tell you Big D Energy sent you. Hey, womp, 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 womp.
Hey.
And you know, if Riley Green played like Spencer did those 2 live reads, I would say he deserves to be on the All-Star team.
Thank you, Terry.
You know, we see Dirty Dr. D. Sam thinks Brandon Inge was an MLB All-Star.
Probably did.
If you think that the numbers that Brandon Inge was putting up were anything in the same stratosphere as what Riley Green is doing right now, see, you guys who don't want Riley Green on the All-Star team just don't want me to be happy. There is a tinge of flannel derangement syndrome all throughout all of the fan base. And you know it's true. You guys know it's true. You don't like the messenger. You don't like that I'm actually caping up for someone.
But don't you kind of bring that upon yourself?
Maybe I do. That's all right.
I mean,
but you guys,
with all due respect, you're a little bit of a clown. So you're going to get made fun of. I mean, come on. Are you surprised by that?
I'm surprised by the backlash of the right for Riley Green. That's what I'm sick of, because Riley Green was 100% a deserving All-Star, and you're never going to convince me otherwise. And honestly, Terry Foster, you can't cheer for him anymore.
See, that's what he's talking about.
You can't cheer for him anymore. Chuck Brewer in the chat.
I don't cheer for him in the first place.
Hey, Chuck Brewer in the chat. You can't cheer for him either. I don't want to hear anything from you guys, any of you Riley Green haters.
So you are the gatekeeper of Riley Green
I am the gatekeeper of Riley Green.
100%. So we can play this game with Jared Goff then.
Oh.
Whoa!
All right,
oh my
right,
goodness.
right. MJMO this year.
That's fine. But
Jared Goff. You're not allowed to talk about him. You doubted him.
all right, fine.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
All that established.
And you guys blow loads over Jamison Williams' 395 receiving yards in his first 2 seasons.
Well,
he might be good, but you guys act like he's already a star, and that
kind of like
pisses me
Riley
off.
Green.
Oh,
Hey!
Maybe we're looking down the road for J-Mo and realize this guy has to be great for the Lions to win, and we just lost cabin pressure. You all right? Need another drink?
hello.
Hello.
No.
Hello.
Here's the thing. And we will move on because this show has kind of gotten
No,
off
we're not
the rails.
moving on.
No. We don't have to move on now.
No, that's because Stick just kicked you right in the balls.
No,
so now you want to move on.
Here's the worst part. There is no evidence that Jamison Williams and Riley Green at their respective sports should be in the same sentence. However, there are going to be people in the chat who agree with this man.
No, yeah, because we can play the stat game. We want to play the stat game and extrapolate some stats because
Right.
one NFL game is worth 10 MLB games, right?
Oh,
162 compared to 16, 17 now. So there you go. J-Mo had 2 touchdowns in his very last game, probably the most touchdowns in the NFC Championship. Riley Green has never even performed in a championship game.
That's fine.
J-Mo, near the end of the season, he was definitely a part of it, and he was definitely putting up stats. So I don't know what you're not
He wasn't
seeing.
putting up stats, though.
If he puts up 2 touchdowns in one game, that's like putting up 20 in a season.
No, see, that's fun with numbers. And for the record,
welcome to Sam's world.
Hey, and for the record,
welcome to your world, buddy. I can play games too with numbers. Let's do this.
I never said that Jamison Williams didn't have a good NFC Championship game. Here's one of my points. My point was that Jamison Williams, at least in the first couple playoff games, did very little to get you there. Aiden Hutchinson's 3 sacks to get you there allowed Jamison Williams to have the opportunity to play in the NFC Championship game. Guys like Amon-Ra, guys like Laporta, guys like Goff, guys like Gibbs, Montgomery.
You're not allowed to talk about Jared Goff.
Okay, fine.
Don't you think Jamison Williams has had a lot of obstacles put in his way?
That's fine, but there's no accountability. People treat him like he's their son or something.
Do you know why?
Why?
Because they see speed, they see talent, they see potential, and they know that the Lions, they look at the Lions and say, you know what, can go to the Super Bowl and win it.
Yes.
So, and if that's going to happen, Jamison Williams is going to have to be a part of it. And they expect him to be a part of it. Nobody is talking about Riley Green leading the Tigers into a big playoff push.
And it's his fault, right? That's not his fault, Riley Green.
No, it's not his fault.
Yes,
but
that's my
when
point.
you have a home run and 3 RBIs and an 8-3 loss, does that really count?
I guess it doesn't count. So you know what? Since that game was actually a loss, that 60-yard catch that Jamison Williams had in the Cowboys game doesn't count. Because in the standings, that turned out as a loss. Should it have been a loss? Not necessarily. No, it shouldn't have been. But it was.
So you agree they don't count?
All right.
Hey.
Can I hang this man one more time?
Go for it, Terry.
Weren't you one of the ones screaming Pat Stafford?
No, I'm a Stafford guy. I like Stafford.
Okay, so you never said Pat Stafford.
No.
But a lot of people said, well, yeah, he gets 300-400 yards, but they lost. I'm simply saying Riley Green, when he produces, is usually in the Tigers' loss.
There was a nice Friday game that the Tigers won literally this weekend where he had 5 plate appearances.
Against a AAA team.
The Reds are a AAA team. Okay, fine.
That was like the Toledo Mud Hens against the, the Memphis Lookouts?
Yeah.
That's what we saw this weekend.
Even though there's like 5 teams in Major League Baseball that are objectively way worse. That's fine. I sleep well at night knowing that I'm right.
I sleep well at night because I got new sheets and pillows.
Yeah, Spencer, add some levity to this.
Congratulations.
Yeah. They're cold forming too, so like they hold the cold in. I slept like a baby last night. I didn't want to wake up. I've been talking about it all day.
The amount I've heard about these sheets, because I spent all day yesterday with Benny. That's all he talked about on the golf course.
Yep.
Today, this is the 3rd time I've heard about it today.
Yep,
I'm
excited.
Where'd you get the sheets from?
Amazon. Ordered them off
right.
Amazon.
Now, I don't like to trump people, but I can't mess with your sheets because our sheets are old and they don't even grab hold to their mattress.
Yeah.
But we got a new pillow.
Ooh.
Which is soft on one side and a little bit firm on the other side.
Ooh.
And it cools your face down.
I like that.
Yeah.
I need to be cold when I'm sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, do you know what I like?
Sleeping in the warmth because you're crazy.
I don't. Not that. I like this stat from Dad with Tourette's. Riley Green is one of just 6 AL outfielders with an OPS over 800. Over 850, by the way, is what he has. The conversation stops right here. He's an all-star, period. And why can't we as Detroit fans just embrace that? Just embrace our guy.
How long did it take you to find that?
Terry.
Somebody else gave it to him, Terry. He didn't find it.
Terry.
Oh, all right.
Hey, bros. Do you think that I don't know
Once again,
stats?
It's a top 6 stat. He's not the best.
Oh, so he's got to be the best. That's fine. Again, Stick, your logic is so flawed. He's got to be Aaron Judge to be an all-star. He's got to be Juan Soto.
Sticks is something. It doesn't have to be everything. Just something.
He's got to be Juan Soto.
How about top 4?
How's his steal percentage?
I don't give a crap about his steals. Who cares about his steals? All-star voters don't care about steals because of the numbers that I gave you earlier.
MVP voters do.
With Ronald, but Ronald Acuna was a great all-around player. He also gave you 40 home runs. He
But
also
70
gave you
steals.
a high on-base percentage, a high OPS. Like his OPS was like damn near 1,000, or maybe it was over 1,000. That's what made him. Again, stolen bases to me are.
Have you ever heard of a
designer
guy named Barry Bonds?
Yes.
Before he developed a bucket head because of steroids, he used to average close to 30 steals a season.
I know.
And he was an all-star.
Yeah, I mean, those 40 home runs he was putting up every year had something to do with it. I'm just saying. Barry Bonds did a lot of good things on the baseball field that weren't related to stolen bases.
Flannel, what's more important, fielding percentage or stolen bases?
Neither are important. Because wait a minute.
He doesn't care. He doesn't care about defense.
I'm not saying I don't care about
He's
defense.
gotta pick one.
Wait a minute. Fielding percentage doesn't measure getting to a ball. Fielding percentage only accounts for balls that you can get to. So if you don't have the range to get to something, it's not going to count against your fielding percentage. That's what defensive WAR to me is way more important than fielding percentage. Fielding percentage is an archaic stat.
Guess what? I agree with you.
Thank you.
Because Derek Jeter, at the end of his career, had a high fielding percentage, but he could never get to the ball because his ass was too big.
Overrated.
He was the worst defensive shortstop in the game the last 5, 6, 7 years. He was. Objectively, he was. Look at all the metrics. And he was still winning Gold Gloves.
A-Rod's better.
A-Rod is better. A-Rod's objectively better than Derek Jeter.
Derek Jeter's a captain. I love him for that, but A-Rod's a better baseball player.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. How many times was Derek Jeter the best at something? Look it up. Not very many. Never an MVP.
He made a cool throw, though.
Best at winning championships.
I mean, there were a lot of – those were very, very talented teams. I'll just say that. Very.
Mark Teixeira, baby.
You know, Tino Martinez, Bernie Williams.
Jorge Posada.
What were they before Jeter?
Jeter.
What were they before Jeter?
Stick, it's not that simple.
Yeah, just tell me. Good or bad?
They had a long stretch of not winning.
Okay,
but
thank you.
Oh, Stick, you are the most unnuanced motherfucker that has ever existed.
Oh,
it's
my
impossible to
goodness.
have arguments with you, man, because you just make things that simple. It's not
Because
that
we
simple.
argue about sports, and sports are about winning, and you don't care about them. Of all the stats you care about, you don't care about the most important point of playing the game. You would rather lead the league in batting average than have 4 World Series be under your belt. Like, it's so stupid to me that you think these analytic numbers mean more than wins, mean more than teamwork, mean more than energy in the locker room. Like, all these things that you just, your simple brain can't, expand and comprehend.
Slow down,
no,
bro.
but
You know what
it drives me nuts.
Do you know what analytics is?
It's for nerds who can't play.
Oh, my God.
It's for little goofy kids like this to get a job in
Right.
the front office.
Right. It's Lawrence Frank
Right.
in the NBA.
And
Like,
they
you
get
could
a-
never play the game, but you're a smart kid, and you sit there and crunch numbers. Like, I don't need an accountant. Dan Campbell isn't sitting there crunching numbers. You know what he's doing? He's creating emotion. He's creating an environment. He's creating a system. He's creating, a culture. And that culture, where does culture show up on a stat sheet, Sam?
Stick.
Tell me.
Tell
me.
Analytics literally
Tell
are the
me.
reason that he goes for it on 4th down.
Tell me where culture shows up on a stat
It doesn't.
sheet. Exactly. That's why you don't understand
Hey,
it.
Stick, you know, this guy, they'll give him a job in the front office, and they'll have their first meeting about a player. It says, Joe Smith, his OPS is 983, his batting average is 330, and all this.
He's the fat kid from Moneyball.
I love it. I'm Peter Brand. I am Peter Brand.
What did he look like? I really don't know.
Yeah.
I wasn't really looking at him play.
Hey, guess what? You know what your guys' analysis is going to be out of the Moneyball people? When he walks into the room, his dick has already been there for 2 minutes. He's got a lot of hair on his ass.
What?
When the ball comes off when the ball comes off the bat, it explodes. But then I say something like, if he's a good hitter, why doesn't he hit good? Because he can hit moonshots, because he looks flashy when he plays. You guys think that numbers are just mean nothing, and that's insane.
No,
OPS is important.
They mean something, Sam, but you know what you know why everybody's striving to put up good numbers? You know why? Because they want the ultimate number. They want the win column number. And that's the only number to me that matters, and that's why you hate me so much, because I will evaluate you on wins before anything else. I saw Ricky Davis put up triple-doubles for the Cleveland Cavaliers, and that does not make him a good basketball player, sir. But by your definition, he's a triple-double. He's an all-star. He should be, he had my babies. That's how you are with these guys.
You don't know me at all. That's why we disagree. Ricky Davis put them up inefficiently. I don't just say a triple-double is a triple-double. That's why I'm not the biggest Russell Westbrook fan of all time, because he was never a good three-point shooter. Yeah, he won that MVP, and he put up damn good numbers, and he helped those teams win, but he's not the type of guy that you can win a championship with. Not all triple-doubles are made equal.
I know, but it's the nuance of the game that you miss. Like, it's considering Tom Brady not a good quarterback.
He is a good he's
the greatest of all time because he's the best winner. And you can't stand that because winning doesn't comprehend in your brain.
Like Tom Brady?
He doesn't like winners. Just like Jeter's not as good as who the hell?
A-Rod.
Why did A-Rod
said that?
Why did A-Rod step down and not take over the shortstop position? Why did they
He should have.
Why did they keep how many World Series did they win with that combination?
Bro.
No, he shouldn't have. He knew he was not the alpha in that room. He knew he was not the captain in that room. He knew he was not the leader in that room. So that's where it goes beyond ball playing. It goes on beyond your numbers, and it goes to what you can do for a team.
Okay. For the record, the reason Alex Rodriguez should have been the shortstop is because he was a better defender at that stage of his career than Derek Jeter was. Derek Jeter, whether you like it or not, was a morbid defender. He was winning goddamn gold gloves when he was a terrible defender. Not at the beginning of his career, but towards the end. And yes,
and if Derek Jeter is haunting you in your dreams, you should get some insurance. And the best place to go is Swiss Insurance, obviously. You can call our guy Mark at 313-530-1698 or email him at mark@swissins.com. It's Swiss Insurance. They're the best in the game.
So just to get the heated steering wheel, I also had to spring for the bigger rims.
Yeah, that's how they get you. Those upgrades will cost you an arm and a leg every time.
Hey, new car crew, how'd it go this weekend? I got a great deal on mine.
How?
I went to Randy Wise, not those other guys. They got me in a great new ride, and they didn't break my budget. Hey, could you pass me the sugar?
How? Never mind.
He made the wise choice.
Yep.
Make the wise choice at randywisebuickgmc.com.
The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. You know, because we win. Woodward Sports. Detroit's winning sports network. Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
Hey, the Boys and Girls Club Detroit edition. They've got themselves a camp that you can go to, football. They've got pretty much everything that you want. It is a great organization for the kids to grow up and create some good values, play a little sports, be mentored. All of that you can do at the Boys and Girls Club Detroit. So if you got some kids, if you want to check it out, just stop by or visit their website, Boys and Girls Club of Detroit. Now registering for tackle football and cheerleading. You want to get your kids in that from a young age. Boys and Girls Club Detroit. Hey, cruising into the second hour, Big D Energy live on the Woodward Sports Network.
Don't laugh. You don't even know what Collingswood is.
What do I don't know?
What is Collingswood?
I don't know.
It's the Boys Club, or Boys and Girls Club as it's called now, that I was a member of.
Oh, and Terry Foster, look how you turned out.
I was a latchkey kid.
Wonderful.
I was a latchkey kid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good for you. I could tell.
Hey, Stick thinks Barry Sanders and Calvin Johnson are losers. That's what he thinks.
Well, you know what? I'll tell you what.
Hey, Terry, let me handle this.
All right, go ahead.
If you lost, you are by definition a loser. If you didn't win, that makes you a what, Flannel Sam?
Jared Goff's a loser then. Where's his ring? See, I got you there. I got you.
He's
Jared
not
Goff's
a Super Bowl winner, and I'm not going to argue that.
Then Jared Goff's a loser.
Yes, he is. He had a winning record this year.
And Calvin Johnson and Barry Sanders had winning records too.
No, they did not.
No, not overall.
Barry overall
See, this is come on, Sam. I know what you're trying to do, but you didn't study this stat, so it's not right.
Okay, then Josh Allen's a winner. Call Josh Allen a winner then. You fucking better.
He's a regular season winner. Yeah.
And he has infinitely better playoff numbers than Jared Goff. Infinitely.
Numbers, but not wins.
He has the same amount of wins. He just hasn't got as far because he keeps having to run into the juggernaut Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, let's start slapping them, though.
No,
but I'm just saying, yeah.
So
unfortunately for Calvin Johnson and unfortunately for Barry Sanders, their NFL careers were losers. Unfortunately.
And you know what? Here's why Barry Sanders was a loser.
Oh, my God.
He put up great numbers, great running back. But one of the things his teammates asked him, Barry, we have trouble with the coaching staff. We have trouble with personnel. We have trouble with management. None of them will listen to any of us except you. Can you go upstairs, talk to the Fords, talk to Russ? It wasn't Russ Thomas, but talk to Chuck Schmidt and give them your perspective so we could become winners. You know what Barry did? Walked out the door.
So Terry Foster and Stick, you know what you guys are going to do one night? You're going to go to the statue and just demolish it down. That's what you guys are going to do.
No, it's fine. I love Barry. He's great. But let's not say he was a winner. They didn't win anything. They won a playoff game. Okay. Singular. Sam.
All right. So if
do you consider that a success?
But it's not their fault. My thing is you have to give credit and give blame to the people who actually deserve it. Calvin Johnson and Barry Sanders were the least of their team's problems.
That doesn't matter. They were still on the losing team. Dan Campbell was part of the 0-16 team. Do I think Dan doesn't know football? No, I don't. But unfortunately, he was on the losingest team of all time.
So it's made Dan Campbell a loser.
So as a player, he's a loser.
0-16 year, yeah.
He was injured most of that year.
Why do we play, Terry?
To win the game.
Thank you.
You know what would happen? Let's say a Flannel left Woodward Sports and somebody gave him a job in the front office. And then after 50 years of working there, they're going to have his gold watch ceremony. And here we're going to give a gold watch to Flannel Sam. He brought in 12 gold glove performers. He gave us 8 players with above 1,000 OPS. He gave us this. He gave us that. By the way, he didn't win any championships, but we still love him.
See,
that would be your thing.
And first of all, I'm probably not going to get you 12 gold gloves, if we're just being real. Second of all, my thing is that if you get a bunch of guys who have 1,000 OPSs on the same team, you're more likely to win. Those are like the pieces that you need to win. I'm not saying that the numbers are the end-all, be-all. I'm saying that guys like that, you're not going to blame, I would say, for example, if the Yankees don't win the AL East, you're not going to blame Aaron Judge. You're not going to blame Juan Soto. You can blame somebody like Anthony Rizzo being absolute trash when he played. You can blame somebody like Gleyber Torres who has completely fallen off a cliff. I think the people who deserve the blame should get it. And I'll even give you this. I only do the whole Jared Goff in the NFC Championship game because I kind of play your guys' game. I don't give him any blame for that championship. But I don't give him any credit for that run in 2018. It depends on if he plays well.
Yeah, now, and this is part of my problem.
Yes.
You could have discredited the 2018 run if it wasn't for this Lions run, and I believe I sent that to the group chat. If you can go to multiple locations and change the culture and change the winning of a franchise, because guess what? The Rams were awful before Jared Goff got there. Next thing you know, they're in the Super Bowl. And now, guess what? The Lions were awful before Jared Goff got there. Next thing you know, we're in the NFC Championship game. Sometime, at some point, you got to acknowledge the common denominator.
Correct. And arguably, the Lions were the worst organization in professional sports before they got there.
Here's the problem, though, and I I've never said that Jared Goff wasn't very valuable to this team.
Stat boy,
what?
Tell me, were the Lions amongst the worst organizations in all of pro sports before Jared Goff got there?
But here's my point. It didn't change to me with Jared Goff. It changed with Brad Holmes. The amount of draft picks that he was able to get, you guys are acting like if it wasn't for Jared Goff, Penei Sewell wouldn't be any good. Amon-Ra wouldn't be any good. Hutch wouldn't be any good. Brian Branch, Jahmyr Gibbs.
And you were acting like without those guys, Goff wouldn't be any good.
It's a complementary thing. It's just, to me, the Lions have become a well-run organization. You guys act like Jared Goff carried the 0-16 team.
So how do you explain him going to 2 losing franchises and both of them becoming better with him at quarterback? Starting quarterback, #1 overall draft pick.
I will answer.
What's your explanation?
I'll answer the question with a question.
No, what's your explanation? I want an explanation, not I don't need a question. I want an explanation on why this guy keeps going to places and elevating franchises.
And then ask your question.
Okay, I will answer.
Terry's teaching. This is teaching you on the spot. I'm glad we're here.
You know what? I'll give.
Bam.
Yep. That's fair. Right. That's fair. That's fair. We've yelled so much, I got to acknowledge that. I will answer the question first. With the Rams, I think that he was a nice quarterback in the system that they had. Like Sean McVay, you had Todd Gurley, you had guys like Brandon Cooks. On defense, it was led by Aaron Donald and all of that. And in the playoffs, Jared Goff didn't play well. He had 1 touchdown, 2 picks. And that, remember, and you guys probably don't know this, but I'm going to give this to you guys, and whether you like it or not, it matters. In that playoff win where they beat the Cowboys, that game where superstar Jesus Christ Goff himself outplayed that bum bitch Dak Prescott. Did you know that the Rams outrushed the Cowboys in that game 272-50?
I think I figured out where your Jared Goff hate comes from.
What is it?
When he smoked Mahomes in that shootout.
Okay, that's fine. Mahomes.
This is no, honestly, he's 2-0 against Mahomes.
Yeah. And Mahomes is
but
crying.
wins don't count.
Hey, and Mahomes is crying in his Super Bowl MVP.
No, I know, but I think, is that really why you hate Jared Goff so much?
I don't hate Jared Goff. I just look at things objectively. So, and also when it comes to the Lions, obviously he's had a couple of really damn good years in a row where he's near the top in most passing categories. I'll admit that. I have no criticism for what Jared Goff did this season. I'll even say Jared Goff was not the reason you lost the NFC Championship game, as long as you're consistent with the other things. But you have to admit that there is a lot of the gobblers like to pretend that the things around him don't exist. We can meet in the middle where he's a really, really good quarterback and they have a really, really good team with excellent coaching and excellent front office. And that's all well and good. And I'm going to ask my question when we come back.
Oh, there you go, Flannel.
But first, Mark White.
Let me tell you about Mark White, because Mark White's going to do you right. Mark White's going to change your life. Just call 248-290-8242. Save $5,000 in closing costs on your new home. Go to markwhitesells.com and let Mark White hook you up with a new house. It's Mark White.
Come to any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men and claim your throne for a king's treatment from one of our talented stylists.
We got a
Open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Just get to a Lady Jane's today and receive a precision haircut, scalp massage, hot lather neck shave, and a hot towel treatment. A haircut should not be a chore. It should be an experience. And that's exactly what Lady Jane's has to offer. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins are always welcome. There's always a location near you. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit. The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. You know, because we win. Woodward Sports, Detroit's winning sports network.
Hey, Feldman Chevrolet. We're actually going to be there on Wednesday, another remote show that may or may not get spicy again because it always just happens to be at these remote shows where we are in the public amongst the people, and I sometimes look like a maniac, but a smart and correct maniac. But Feldman Chevrolet, you can go there. You can get yourself a new car. I did it. Matt Broder did it. They had me in and out in 3.5 hours, even though I was a little bit upside down on my loan. That just is a testament to how great the salespeople are, because 3.5 hours at a car dealership getting a car upside down on a loan is not long at all. You can go there too. And this Wednesday, if you want to stop in and do some car shopping at the Feldman Chevrolet location in Novi, come by between about 8 a.m., I believe that's when they open, until 1, 2 p.m., and you can come say hello to the Wake Up Woodward crew and the Big D Energy crew. That is Feldman Automotive Group, Feldman Chevrolet. Hey, welcome back to Big D Energy Live on the Woodward Sports Network. Oh, we got the boys on.
Got the balls,
Got
bro.
the balls, bro. You got the balls, bro.
He's got the balls, bro. He's got the balls. Big D Energy. You see that? My guy right there just had a fucking little motivation. Yeah. That boy, Neil. Yeah.
Hey, welcome back. Darren McCarty and Neil are having a damn good time today, and they deserve it. They do a great job on this show, and every time I get to work with either of them, it's an absolute blast. But every time I get to work with Terry Foster or Stick, it might not seem like I'm having fun a lot of the times, but I am living a dream that I'd like to hold on to, so maybe I should stop dropping F-bombs at golf clubs, but that's okay.
That's fair.
That is 100% fair.
That's why the heavyweights don't get invited.
That is fair. Stick Radio. That's you, Stick. Sam hates freedom. I love freedom.
It's true. Sam is a fan of communist states.
I am not. Nobody loves
you don't like Army football, so.
Well, Army football is an eyesore.
Triple option.
That's fine.
I was at Army last week.
Yeah?
Went to West Point.
How was that?
It was cool.
Flannel would not go there. He would not be interested.
I mean, I would go to the game because of the sentimental value. It's not good football.
Ask the Germans about the triple option, Flannel.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't go.
Hey, BMG, wherever you're at right now, I got you.
I'm not interested in leather helmet football.
Sam hates bald eagles. Nobody loves America more than this guy right here. Oh, man. Stick is taking a phone call. I was going to ask him a question, but when he gets...
Hold on 1 second.
I love how Stick is ending his phone call to hear from this. But, you know,
that was one Joey Nemu.
Oh, Joey. Shout out Joey.
Shout out Joey.
So he understands. He's one of the guys that built this, too. And Feldman, that's his client.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be out there Wednesday.
Hey, shout out Joey.
So what do you got to ask me, Flannel?
All right, so
what can I school you on right now?
I don't think you're going to school me on this one. Because
I know you don't.
We're talking about the Rams and winning and the Lions and winning. Like, whenever Jared Goff got there, they got better. Whenever Jared Goff got to the Lions got better. By the record, that's true. How do you explain Matthew Stafford winning a Super Bowl with that team the year after Goff is gone and Matthew Stafford goes there?
So Jared Goff that year prior had broken his thumb, correct?
So
wait, will you let me answer the question, Flannel? Jeez, man. So, Jared Goff goes to the Rams. He builds up the team. They go to the Super Bowl. Unfortunately, they don't win. Otherwise, we wouldn't be having this conversation about Jared Goff. He would have your Stafford stamp of approval. Jared Goff gets hurt. He ends up breaking his thumb, I believe. Warford starts the playoff game. Can't make it through. Jared Goff has to come back from playing injured during the playoff game, wins a playoff game, and then after that playoff game, they end up trading him to Detroit. Am I correct to this point, right? Yep. Okay. So you're telling me that it was already a playoff-ready team, that it already won a game in the playoffs with an injured quarterback, and it didn't have Von Miller, it didn't have OBJ, it didn't have every other asset that they added in the offseason either. Then you throw in Stafford, who I'll give Stafford all the credit for what he did against Tampa Bay. To me, that was the defining moment of that playoff run, what he did against Tom Brady, because Tom Brady did his job. He took his team down the field. They scored a touchdown.
The Rams tried to choke that one on their
It doesn't
own
matter.
kicks.
Tom Brady did his job. What he does, he took his team down the field. He got the touchdown, took the lead. Stafford leads an amazing comeback. But with all that being said, it's much easier to pick up and join a pre-made team with pre-made offensive scheme, with pre-made wide receivers, with pre-made all-pro leading your defensive line, and then adding another all-pro on the defensive line, making that. And then I believe they had Jalen Ramsey, so they also improved their secondary. So we're not talking about the team that Goff left. We're talking about a team that added 4 to 5 pro bowlers, all pro players, and yes, that was finally enough to take them over the top. Now, you want to play this game where you'll never give Goff credit for the team win, but you're going to sit here and ask me why Stafford took the team over the top? Then I'm going to use your argument against you, Flannel. It was the team. Had nothing to do with the quarterback, and so there you go. That's why Stafford was able to step in to a situation that Jared Goff built, like he took over Detroit. Stafford took over Detroit, number 1 overall pick. Goff took over the Rams, number 1 overall pick. They both were given a chance to elevate their team. Jared Goff got his team playoff ready and to a Super Bowl. Matthew Stafford made us sit in the sandbox with a dirty diaper for how many years while he was here? 13. So there's your difference. Goff never got the opportunity to take over a Super Bowl ready team. You know what he had to do? He had to come back here, rebuild what Stafford spent 10 years doing nothing with, and then get us to where we're back now competing and actually beating Playboy Matthew Stafford in his own house and boo them kids.
Suck it.
So, is that a good enough answer for you,
That's
Flannel?
That's a great answer, but there's one more thing. Matthew Stafford said, I can't do it here. I can't do it here.
Yeah, exactly.
Too bad.
Cause I quit. I can't. It's too hard for me. Just put me in L.A. where something. Let me and McVay go to Cancun together and just wind up in the same hotel room stroking it.
And his wife likes backup.
Yeah, and his wife smashed his back. Like, come on, man. No. Like, don't do this. No. And this is why you're smarter than this. It's a whole different situation. You and I could walk into the Rams Super Bowl ready team.
That's a joke, Stick. Stop it. And for the record, why
is anything I said inaccurate?
Here's why.
Anything.
Here's your problem.
Anything I said inaccurate.
I think
just tell me.
Giving Stafford the blame for what happened.
Just tell me. Is anything I said inaccurate?
Giving Stafford the blame for the losses in Detroit is, I think, inaccurate.
Why could one player go to a franchise and elevate them and another player come to a franchise and not take it anywhere?
I know Stafford didn't elevate the Rams at all. Here's the problem with you. You're allowing context with Jared Goff and Jared Goff only. I give you context when it comes to all different kinds of players, and you just say, who won? Who lost? Such and such is a loser. By Super Bowls, Matthew Stafford's a winner and Jared Goff is a loser. I'm playing your game. If you can play my game, I'm playing your game. And you'll never admit it.
Did Stafford have a better situation walking into? In both situations than Goff did. Has Goff taken? Yeah.
He'd have a better situation in Detroit. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Dude.
Words. My goodness.
Dude.
Yeah. See, Flannel, when he knows he's wrong, he just starts swearing.
I'm not wrong.
I think that's the trick. When he starts swearing, you know you got Flannel because his brain can't process normal thoughts.
Hey, let's look at these draft classes that Stafford had to work with. Jelani Tavai, Will Harris, Austin Bryant, Jarrett Davis, Tease Tabor. We can go on and on and on.
Yeah, but you asked me about the Rams team that he went to, not what he did here.
But Matthew Stafford, in that Rams Super Bowl run, in that regular season, in the regular season and postseason combined, while winning a Super Bowl, by the way, so you can't say it's just all stats and no wins, threw for 50 touchdown passes, 41 in the regular season, 9 in the playoffs, while leading the Rams to a Super Bowl. And when it's Matthew Stafford, it's the team. With Jared Goff, no matter what happened, it's just like, my God is your God, and my God is Jesus Christ, Goff. I'm tired of it, man.
So Goff's 2-0 with elevating teams. Stafford's 1 for 2. We can say that one's batting 500, the other's batting 1,000.
I mean,
by your numbers, one's good, one's bad,
Matthew
right?
Stafford did elevate the team.
One's double.
Yep. And you know who's going to? Hey,
F-bomb coming up.
Okay, Mr. F-bomb. I'm not going to use any analytics.
Oh my God.
I'm just going to use what happened. Matthew Stafford say, I can't do this shit here. Get me out.
And he was proven right.
True or not?
He went to the Rams and won a Super Bowl, which you guys give him zero credit for, and it's a joke.
I think that's
He's
a
going
wonderful
to the goddamn Hall of Fame.
accomplishment. That's great. Did Jared Goff come into a putrid franchise? It's been one of the worst in history, and then they go to the NFC Championship
without mentioning somebody else.
And we don't know what else is coming up.
But there's more context to it. You can't just say don't mention anything else, because when Jared Goff got here, it was also when Brad Holmes got here. It's also when Dan Campbell
and it's funny how Brad Holmes has chosen Jared Goff twice to elevate his program. Isn't that funny?
That's funny.
Yeah. So I should trust you more than Brad Holmes there, huh, Chief?
What was Jared Goff supposed to be here? Oh, he's going to be a bridge quarterback. He'll be out of here in 2 years, but we're good with that. But it looks like he's more than a bridge quarterback.
2015, the Stafford Lions, Laken Tomlinson, Amir Abdullah, Alex Carter. Hey, you guys, you know what you guys act like? If Jared Goff were the quarterback of the 2014 Rams or of the 2014 Lions, he would have pushed aside Martin Mayhew and been like, "No, Martin, draft Aaron Donald." My point is that when Jared Goff was here, it became a well-run organization.
Here's a question for you. You give Jared Goff 3 playoff games in Detroit. Does he win one?
Yes.
Stafford didn't. Thank you. Goodbye.
He never played a playoff game in Detroit. That's factual. In the city of Detroit, he never played one.
That's because you couldn't get him there.
Yep, it's his fault. It's all his fault. It's all his fault.
You know what? Here's what I always remember. I think Stafford did a wonderful job here. But yes, I do remember it seemed like every first series in the third quarter, he threw an interception. Okay, Mr. Analytics, am I right about that?
There's literally no stat to back it up. It's just what you think, what you remember. So that's okay. That's
so
all
what
right.
I saw doesn't matter, but I have to have some stupid stat for it to count.
Stupid stat, literally a record of what happened. You know what? I appreciate what Jared Goff has done since he's been here. I really do.
Don't sound like it.
Yeah.
I do.
Like an ungrateful kid.
Yeah.
I do.
How dare you?
The problem is that
our Goff is an awesome Goff. He reigns from Detroit above and is.
That's what a lot of people think here.
Our Goff is an awesome Goff.
Like I said, he's a really good quarterback. But this idea that you guys want to treat Matthew Stafford like he was always some bum, like he was not a winner when he literally went to a team and won a Super Bowl. And I get it. It was a very, very talented team.
Goff's team.
Goff's team that he couldn't win with.
He did the year before.
He didn't win anything. Did you see them in the Super Bowl? Stop it. I win this one. You will never admit defeat to me. And I cooked you. I cooked you like I'm cooking steak and eggs on a skillet. You will never concede defeat to me. I actually listen. You don't listen. You have no context. You just spew stuff. And then one time you give context is when it comes to Stafford and Goff. I'm tired of it, man. Damn.
I know. Slow down.
Bro.
It's okay.
It's not okay.
The sun will rise tomorrow.
You just can't listen
Jared Goff
to me.
lets it.
You can't. That's what Stick thinks. That's what Neil Rule thinks. That's what Matt Broder thinks. That's what Kool-Aid and KG think. That he literally parts the clouds and it's like, here, world, here's the sun.
Hey, Terry, remember that saying that goes back a long time, the loudest one is the weakest one?
Yes, I've heard that.
I believe that applies to people who wear flannel.
Hey, I'll tell you what.
You know what? Maybe your shirt is too hot today.
Maybe I should yell that Jared Goff is the greatest. No, it doesn't help me prove my point, and it doesn't make you any smarter.
Maybe
there,
you should start
flannel.
Start
what it does
cotton or something.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't give him crown before the show.
Hey, I'm fine. There's somebody whose initials are MV and his last name rhymes with Valenti that made a lot of money while being a little bit loud. I'll just say that. There is precedent for this. Terry Foster, you know this better than anybody.
So that's your route. Okay, that's the angle. Just spit nonsense and hope for regurgitation.
I actually have thoughts. And Mike Valenti does too, by the way. The reason why I get so loud is because nobody listens to me. Because I actually have facts. I actually have data of what happened. People really like their feelings.
You dispute what happened. You dispute that Jared Goff was a winner in L.A. and is a winner here. You dispute that Matthew Stafford was a loser here and then won in L.A. off a Goff team.
A winner in L.A. Say a winner in L.A. You can't do that. It's a touchdown on which he had 50 combined touchdown passes in the regular season and the playoffs.
Yeah, well, he had Sean McVay.
And Jared Goff has Ben Johnson. No, you know what? I can't even talk to you, man. I can't even talk to you. You're acting like Jared.
Wait, no, here's Neil Rule. Let's get these guys on. Let's go to break and get these guys. We're roasting flannel over here. Neil, get in.
I'm the one doing all the cooking. I'm the one roasting.
Yeah, flannel's delirious again.
That's why he looks like a burnt chip.
KDK Law.
Hey, KDK Law, don't let that woman do you wrong. If you're going through a divorce or anything of that matter, maybe the heart attack that I'm going to be having after the show, maybe the divorce that I might end up having. I'm just kidding.
Whoa.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
It's not going well at home, huh?
That explains the whole tone of this show.
I need to stop improvising. Love you.
Yeah, Flannel just sit through the script. Everybody else improvised.
Katie K. Law.
Right.
Katie K. Law. Don't let that woman do you wrong.
Any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men and claim your throne for a king's treatment from one of our talented stylists. Open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Just get to a Lady Jane's today and receive a precision haircut, scalp massage, hot lather neck shave, and a hot towel treatment. A haircut should not be a chore. It should be an experience. And that's exactly what Lady Jane's has to offer. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins are always welcome. There's always a location near you. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Get a shot up. This is for the win. All of Detroit's sports teams live on Woodward. All of Detroit's sports coverage lives on Woodward Sports. Driving the best in Detroit sports coverage. We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side.
Lemieux and McCarty, who've had a good knockdown drag up. There they go, right on the whistle. They were talking to one another.
Woodward Sports.
Les Stanford. What happens when you run a great business for more than 50 years? You expand and offer more products to more people. That's exactly what Les Stanford did by adding Les Stanford Buick GMC, the same great service that customers have come to know and trust on Woodward Avenue, just south of 9 Mile. Check out Les Stanford in Dearborn today and find the brand you want at lesstanford.com. Les Stanford, together, let's ride.
Hey, welcome back to Big D Energy Live on the Woodward Sports Network.
Wow.
I am Flannel Sam. Filling in for Neil Rule. We got Terry Foster filling for Darren McCarty. And yeah, I have just learned that I shouldn't be improvising ad reads because I was trying to say something that was kind of funny. Me and Wifey are good. It's just if she sees this today, if she sees me get as passionate as I was, she might be like, damn, this dude's crazy. But I am crazy with knowledge.
You're crazy in love, too.
I am. I am crazy.
Got you, Flannel.
I am crazy with facts. I am crazy with winning. Crazy for. But no, this has been a fun show. I don't even know where to go.
Yeah, this is fun, sounds like a fun show to me. You're getting a divorce.
I am not getting a divorce.
It's a great show.
I am not getting a divorce. Dirty Dr. D, top 3 Sam show ever. I actually would disagree with that one, but that's all well and good.
No, this is for sure top 3.
Thank you.
But he doesn't have analytics to dispute it.
Yeah.
No, definitely the analytics would say that this wasn't my best show, but that is okay. And this is Chuck Brewer giving me some constructive criticism. When Flannel keeps his cool and uses ears, he's great. The best he ever has been was the period right after Jeff. He just needs to stay even Steven. And I try. It just doesn't always work that way.
Flannel would definitely be rattled if he was pitching and there was speed on first base. He wouldn't be able to handle it.
That's why you steal.
Yeah, that's why you steal.
He would never hold a runner at first.
No, wouldn't be able to do it.
It's all right. And you know what?
Yeah, oh yeah. I'm running on Flannel all day. Oh, the bunts? Oh yeah, put it right back to him. Yeah, for sure. He's like John Lester.
Hey, remember, bunts is an out. Bunts is an out.
Unless you get on base.
Bunts is an out. Even if you move somebody over.
Unless you get on base.
It's a sacrifice. It's an out. If there's a runner on first and nobody out and you single him over or you walk him over, it's first and second with no out. If you do a sacrifice bunt, it's second base, 1 out. Stick. I'm literally giving you logic that you can't comprehend.
No, yeah, it's called a sacrifice of an out. So yes, it is an out, but it's a purposeful out that you're trying to do. So it's called strategery.
And that's why I want people on my team that can get on base so that you can walk the person over or single the person over or double the person home and all of that.
Little secret about baseball, they're not trying to walk people.
Okay. But
that's not really a game plan where you go in just thinking they're going to walk us. That's not, you don't do that. That's why you bunt.
But if you walk a lot, it's a skill. Ask Juan Soto. Ask Juan Soto about walking. Ask Ted Williams about walking. Hey, by the way, ask our guy Riley Green about walking. He has as many walks this season as Gunnar Henderson.
Go find Ted Williams' head frozen and ask him about walking.
Hey, he died. Sticks dissing a man because he died when he was old. Something he can't help. You know what? Ted Williams is just not good enough to be somebody who stays alive forever. That's all.
All right, Flannel.
Yes.
Terry,
Yeah.
Get a hold of your guy here, man.
What am I doing?
Hey, there's nothing I can do. I'm not a babysitter.
Get a hold of your guy. Now, rein him in.
How's that putter feeling?
The putter is hot.
Yeah.
The putter is hot.
What's hotter, the putter or Flannel Sam?
The putter.
All right, damn.
The putts are rolling in, Terry. We're 10 under through 10. We got it cooking.
Okay.
We got it cooking.
Now, you say you're 10 under after 10.
Mm-hmm.
What are you really after 10?
Really 10 under after 10.
Okay. Because you know that all golfers
Lie,
right. And they shave a couple strokes here and there.
No, we're playing too well to even be able to shave a couple strokes.
You're probably at 9 under. I'll give you that.
We're 10 under through 10, Terry, and that's what we're sticking with. No, the putter is hot. What's
how's the outing, though, Neil?
outing's good, man. Yeah, people at Cherry. We have video to prove it, as a matter of fact. Everything's documented, so that's out there. No, the outing's great. Cherry Creek people are great. Raising a lot of money for scholarships for young broadcasters so we can find somebody to replace Sam Flannel. So I would do it. Detroit Sports Media Association, if you want to make a donation to them, do it. And do it in the name of replacing Sam Flannel. That's the goal here today, to get a new broadcaster in here and get Sam Flannel out of here. I'm just kidding, Flannel.
No, let's keep Sam and get rid of his analytics.
Hey, it's a package deal, man. You don't get one without the other.
That is true.
Without the other.
That is true. No, we're having a good time, though. Boys are having a good time. Putter's hot and doing it for a great cause. And proud to have Woodward Sports out here as well. So, Big D Energy folks out there. Bryce, our pro out there on T5, said officially the Longhorns are back. He said it, so I keep hearing about it. I just never see it.
They made the college football playoff.
Every big game they lose. Every big game they lose.
Except Alabama. They made the college football playoff. Did they lose to Washington? Yes, but they're
absolutely
they're back to
inexcusable.
What Texas is.
Inexcusable.
It aged badly. It aged very badly.
It always does. So with all due respect, I didn't want to disrespect him because he was there. He had a Longhorn on his belt, for Christ's sake.
Oh, that's serious.
It is serious.
Who's going to win that big game in Ann Arbor this year?
That'd be Michigan.
Longhorns or Wolverines?
Somebody's got to.
Yep.
Somebody's got to. We do know that.
It might be the Longhorns this year.
We'll see.
How long Sharon Moore's tenure at Michigan? Flannel, over under?
4.5. I would say 4.5, and right now I'm gonna go over.
You know what?
He talked himself into that.
I'm gonna go under because he's a black coach. Yeah. They
Terry,
don't give them as much time.
What have Michigan fans proven through the Fab Five era, through all of it? What have they proven about that?
If you're brother, you get a couple of years.
Less time.
Right.
Ask Juwan Howard.
Jerome Moore, I would say 2.5 years, over under.
There you go. So, all right, boys, we got to get back out on the tee. It's glizzy time, Spenny.
Yeah.
Run in there and get one.
I have one already.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right, guys, we'll talk to you soon.
Pleasure.
Thank you, Mr. President.
That is the president.
The president, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Got the putter cooking.
Yes. Broder in the chat, because I dissed him a little bit earlier, but it was all in good fun. Sharon Moore is recruiting his ass off. They're going to be legit. We'll see. The questions with Michigan, we only got a couple minutes in this segment, so I'll just talk for a second. There's the quarterback and the offensive line.
Yep.
It's something that has been stable the last couple of years, but this year, I mean, they lost J.J. McCarthy, obviously. You don't know who the quarterback is going to be. Is it going to be Alex Orji? Is it going to be Jack Tuttle?
Orji in the end zone.
Yeah. Hopefully there'll be a lot of those no matter what.
You know who doesn't have to worry about their quarterback situation?
Aiden Childs.
Aiden Childs, baby. That's dark horse Heisman.
I wouldn't say that, but
very dark horse.
He's the best MSU quarterback since maybe first season Lewerke. Maybe first season Lewerke. Maybe you have to go back to Connor Cook. I think that's what he's going to be. For sure, the best Michigan State quarterback since Connor Cook.
I would agree with that.
Although
that's not saying much, but
was it 2017 Lewerke was pretty
Lewerke
good.
had a damn good year for sure. I'm excited though. I like Aiden Childs. I think they're going to be, like I said, 7-8 wins this year.
All right, fellas, does the rivalry return legit?
It's too toxic. I heard. That's what I always hear. It's not a rivalry anymore. It's too toxic.
No,
it's so toxic. Oh my God, everybody's just so toxic. It's a rivalry, man. We don't like each other. It's going to be toxic.
It's 100% a rivalry.
It's only a rivalry when you guys win, though, right?
No.
Because when you don't win, it's, we don't care anyways. It doesn't matter. Anyways, we don't even circle this game.
Right.
Hey.
That's what it always is, every year.
That is true. When Michigan State was whipping that Wolverine ass, y'all were like, don't matter.
It's not a rivalry.
You know, this is what I will say, and I heard Sean Belegian and Anson talk about it on the Ermanni and Edwards show the other day. And
Shout out with Maz.
With Maz. And I will admit it. I will admit something. 2008 to 2015 was an absolutely miserable time as a Michigan fan because we got our ass whooped. I was at 7 out of 8 times by Michigan State. And you guys were good. You guys owned the state of Michigan in football.
Go green, baby.
Okay, let me ask you this question. Of that 8-year period, Michigan State won 7 of 8.
Yeah.
How many times did you think Michigan was going to win those games?
8 times. 8 times, Terry.
Well, I know the answer. Let me see if he admits it.
See, this is tough because Michigan was in a really bad period. I would say 11 and 12 for sure. We did win in 12, but it was like a 12-10 game. I would say 08, I thought Michigan was going to win because we didn't know how bad it was going to be. I'd say 08, 09, every year except for 14.
So when Michigan State went 7-1, you thought the Wolverines were going to go 7-1.
I'm a fan.
He a fan.
It's not disrespect, by the way. I'm a fan. And the reality is Michigan State was better. Like I said, in 2014 to me was actually the darkest year of Michigan football. That was the last year of Hoke. They were 5-7. That was the year where Shane Morris came back onto the field clearly concussed in like a blowout loss at home against Minnesota. That was the year where they were giving away tickets basically. So yeah, that year for sure I knew Michigan State was going to win. 2015 though, I definitely thought Michigan was going to win, but that was the worst day of my life.
That was awesome.
I'm sure it was.
You know what you should have done in 2014?
What should I have done?
You should have gone to – there was a Kroger in Canton, and they were giving away Michigan tickets.
I was there.
Were you?
I was at the game. Not the Kroger. I was at the game.
I was going to say, you could just roll in and say, you want to go to the game here? See ya.
That's sad, though, because nobody wanted to go to those games back then.
But Brady Hoke was a Michigan man.
Yeah, and it looked really good at first. That first season –
who would you rather have if it came down to it, Brady Hoke or Rich Rod?
Rich Rodriguez.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's got to be Rich Rod.
There's some question, and it all worked out, so I can sleep well.
Yeah, you guys won your chip.
Yeah, it worked out. So
asterisks.
Don't care. I saw it. It's going to be in the record books forever.
We'll see.
It will be. But my point is that Rich Rod, if given another year or two, might have got it going. But as I
think
said,
so too.
No, there's one reason why it wasn't going to happen. The Michigan alumni didn't like him.
They did not like him.
People in the administration did not like him.
Yeah.
You know, they nailed him for too many practices, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think if they liked Rich Rodriguez, that would even come to light?
Not a chance.
Nope.
Michigan keeps secrets as well as any program in the nation.
Blue wall,
baby.
baby.
But they let that come out. And the reason the blue wall disintegrated, because they didn't like Rich Rodriguez and they didn't want him there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and to be fair, it's not completely unfounded why Michigan was upset with him. I'm not even saying it was all his fault, but they didn't win. They had a losing record the first 2 seasons, and the last year he was there. The offense looked really good. That was the Denard Robinson, his probably best individual season, but their defense couldn't stop anybody.
Can't stop a nosebleed.
It was the worst Big Ten defense I've ever seen. It was just terrible to watch. And I think they were 7-6, and they lost a bowl game to Mississippi State. Got just waxed, but it was not good. But do you know what is good?
What's that?
Randy Wise.
Yeah.
Hey, that is for sure. Randy Wise golf event. We had one of those not that long ago. It was in Bloomfield Hills at I forgot the country club there, but it was a lot of fun. Got the Randy Wise Celebrity Golf Tour. You can sign up to be on a team with Braylon Edwards. Who doesn't want that? That would be a whole lot of fun. Randy Wise Automotive guys. See them for your automotive needs today.
Braylon Edwards here, Premier Pet Supply. Man, just looking around. Who's got it better than pets? Come on, a baby stroller for Coda? A chef for Lola, really? You don't have to tell me who the real boss here is. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody, especially here at Premier Pet Supply. For over 30 years and more than 13 locations, Premier Pet Supply has everything that your pet can dream of, and guess what? It's all under one roof. Premier Pet Supply, family owned, operated, and proud to call Metro Detroit home. Check out premierpetsupply.com or scan the QR code today. Who's got it better than pets?
Nobody! We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side.
Lemieux and McCarty, who've had a good knockdown drag up. There they go, right on the whistle. They were talking to one another.
Woodward Sports.
Come to any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men and claim your throne for a king's treatment from one of our talented stylists. Open 7 days a week, walk in anytime. Just get to a Lady Jane's today and receive a precision haircut, scalp massage, hot lather neck shave, and a hot towel treatment. A haircut should not be a chore. It should be an experience. And that's exactly what Lady Jane's has to offer. Open 7 days a week, walk-ins are always welcome. There's always a location near you. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome.
Soroki's Crispy Chicken and Pizza is taking over Michigan. Locations are popping up all over Metro Detroit. Known for their quality hand-breaded chicken tenders, delicious chicken sandwiches, New York-style pizza, and, of course, the biscuits that save lives. Make sure you tap into Soroki's. They just opened up a location in Madison Heights. You can find any location near you at Sorokis.com. Make sure you get there because Soroki's, now that's crispy.
It absolutely is crispy. You know what else is crispy? Today's Big D Energy Show.
Oh!
How can you not love it today?
How do you not?
Hey, some people.
R.I.P. Fish.
R.I.P. Fish. And the relics of Woodward past. That you could create a network just out of those.
That's
it would
true.
be a damn good one. That is for sure. But Spenny, I know we're a little late to it, and I know we don't have a ton of time to devote to it. But I want you to be able to opine for your boy Colt Keith.
Yeah.
Shout out to Lily.
Again, yeah, shout out to Lily at Oakhurst. She wasn't feeling Colt Keith, but Colt Keith, I believe, is 9 of his last 21. He's been hitting the ball pretty well. He obviously, again, this is something that Flannel cannot measure on a statistic or on a measure. The aura that Colt Keith had in those 2 home runs, he hit 2 home runs, and I don't know the exact number, but I'm sure they combined for around 900 feet because it was 2 monster home runs in that game. And the second one, he had the Griffey swing and the bat drop. It was just beautiful. I believe in Colt Keith. I really do. Obviously, this is his first year. And he's getting a lot of slack, I feel like, because it's kind of a byproduct of Spencer Torkelson not being good. Like, if Spencer Torkelson was really good, we could stomach a rookie Colt Keith getting out to a slow start. But he's been coming around recently. Like I said, I think he's 9 of his last 21. He's been hitting the ball pretty well. He had a couple RBI and a couple hits in the game last night as well. So he's a big kid. He can swing the bat pretty damn well. He's starting to show that pop in the majors, and I believe Colt Keith is going to be a damn good baseball player for the Tigers for a long time.
Hey, Broder in the chat says they were about 828 feet combined.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, they were both moonshots, 100%. And if anybody would know, it would be our Tigers beat reporter, Matt Broder, who I'm going to be doing a show with tomorrow.
Shout out, Broder.
He was out there measuring it.
Yeah.
He probably was.
At the tape measure.
I'm telling you, he hit the Griffey pose on the second one with the bat. It was beautiful. I like Colt Keith a lot.
I mean, here's the thing about Colt Keith, and the reality is that he's kind of been switching off between months. He had a really bad April, but a phenomenal May. People forget about that. He had an OPS of 881 in May, which is amazing.
Yeah.
And then in June, it dipped quite a bit. And then at the beginning of July, his OPS in July, even though it's only been 6 games, is about 1,300, which is 100% unsustainable. But still, even for that stretch, it's exciting. If Colt Keith is the type of player that it wouldn't surprise me that if he has a hot second half and he finishes the year with respectable numbers throughout the whole season. If he can get that on-base percentage over 300, if he can get that OPS over 700, if he can hit maybe 15 home runs, then you would say that it's a very successful rookie season for Colt Keith. And you saw in this series, no matter how meaningless you want to say that this series was, what was nice about it was Colt Keith was another one. He was phenomenal in this series, along with Riley Green, Parker Meadows, even though he's going to be out, Wensiel Perez, Reese Olson pitched a gem, Tarek Skubal pitched. He basically did what Tarek Skubal does, has a Cy Young caliber game.
13 strikeouts, career high.
13 strikeouts, career high. And when Tarek Skubal sets a career high in this season, you know that it's something because he's had as many good starts as anybody in the MLB. But a shout-out to Colt Keith. I hope that he's somebody, like I said, that he can continue to stay hot and have good numbers by the time the season ends where we can look at, that Colt Keith, I know he started kind of slow. I know a lot of other rookies struggled, but Colt Keith maybe is one.
I think so.
I think at the end of this season, Colt Keith will have a better season than Riley Green.
You're trolling, man. You're trolling, Terry. You're trolling.
Let's let it play out.
There's no chance.
Even Mr. Analytics will agree.
No, I won't.
Okay, because you're going to pull out, the strikeout percentage was higher, his walk rate was lower. He's going to pull out all the stats to support you.
Let me just say this. If he does, I'll acknowledge it. It's just not going to happen. Here's my question, Terry. Why do you – and there's a segment of the Tiger fans that believe this, and it really irks me. Why do you dismiss Riley Green as basically poppycock? And Colt Keith is like, oh, my God, Colt Keith. Oh, my God, Colt Keith. Oh, the aura. Oh, he posed and pimped a home run.
He did. And he's only 22.
Yeah, he did.
Good. It was good. It was a great series. Great game.
The reason I do this is because bum shoots like you have been praising Riley Green like he's the next coming, and he has very pedestrian stats.
Doesn't, though, Terry. I keep trying to tell you.
Every time he does something, you jump it up and down. Oh, look at this 2-game stretch, he was outstanding.
He has an OPS of over 850. You may act like OPS doesn't matter, but everybody knows that it matters. Spenny, and I'm not trying to get you on my side or Terry's. I'm just asking the question. Do you actually expect Colt Keith to have an objectively better offensive season when it's all said and done than Riley Green?
No, probably not. That'd be tough. It's a tough hill to climb right now because Riley Green, I think, is already at 16 homers and stuff like that. Like you said, the OPS. 17. But it'd be the best second half in a long time in a Tigers uniform if he did. I don't think that'll happen.
He won't catch him in home runs, but there's a chance he could be better than him in OPS. There's a chance he could be better than him in batting average. There's a chance he could be better than him than on base percentage. But Flannel won't count any of that.
Yes, I will. If it happens, my point is that he has a long hill to climb. His OPS is over 200 points lower than Riley Green's. It's over 200 points lower. His on-base percentage, Colt Keith's, is not even 300. Riley Green's is over 350. That's my point.
He's just starting to get cooking.
Okay, fine.
He got off to a rough start, yes. Right? He's cooking now.
He is.
So let the filet cook.
But unlike what you think, Riley Green has been cooking the whole year.
No, he hasn't.
Yes, he has.
He's been solid.
He's been great. He's an all-star.
Great. You call what Riley Green is doing great.
Yes, I do. And over 850 OPS in this lineup where he has such little protection, yes, it's a great season.
You have very low expectations.
That's fine. But Colt Keith is great. Colt Keith.
He's not great. He'd just be better than above average Riley Green.
Terry Foster, I can't wait till the season's over and I can just give you the most annoying cackle because it's going to happen.
No, you know what? When my scenario plays out, I won't see you. I'll come into the Woodward office once a month or however long I'm allowed in there, and I'm saying, where's Flannel? Oh, he left. You just missed him.
Hey,
where's Flannel? He's at the divorce lawyer.
Why did I say that? That was pretty dumb on my part. No, there will be no divorces in old Flannel Sam's house. But Crazy Clown, those stats don't matter, Terry. Only Flannel stats count. The stats
That's true.
That every single metric, Riley Green is above Colt Keith. It's not even a conversation. Just Terry, I know when the All-Star game comes on, when Riley Green comes in.
Now it's not, but I'm saying a guy that's cooking, he's going to continue to go up, up, up. He's going to rise. Riley Green is going to continue to be above average.
Are you going to boo the TV when Riley Green gets announced for All-Stars?
No.
Okay, fine.
Because he probably won't even play.
He will play. And you know what? I am the gatekeeper of Riley Green. That's my guy. When everybody was gassing up Spencer Torkelson, and rightfully so to some extent, I was the one who was like, that on-base percentage and OPS and average is a little lower than it should be. Yeah, the 30 home runs and 90 RBIs are cool, but Riley Green, that's the man. Riley Green was always the man because both seasons in which he played, albeit not a full season, He led the Tigers in on-base percentage in 2022. He led the Tigers in on-base percentage in 2023, and he's going to do it again this year.
How do you feel about Brandon Katz saying one good year in the majors means nothing? Will Myers hit 400 his first year in Tampa Bay. Then teams figured out he couldn't hit off-speed pitches.
Well, I mean, Riley Green, if you put together his first couple of seasons, it equates to a little over a full year. So he's had somewhat of a sample size. I trust what Riley Green has done ever since he's been in the MLB. And Riley Green is one of those guys, and I'm not saying Will Myers isn't, because he's actually been decent but kind of fell off a cliff lately. What I like about Riley Green is that even when he's not getting hits, he affects the game positively because he's patient at the plate. He takes his walks. He's tied for the third most walks in the American League.
That's true.
And that's indisputable. You can't dispute that. You can say that walks aren't important, but they are. They get you on base.
And before we do got to go to break and squeeze one in really quick before the show ends. So, Flannel, tell us about Planet Fitness.
Absolutely. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential. You know what? You guys should spring for the Black Card membership, because with the Black Card membership, you can go to any of the 2,500 Planet Fitnesses worldwide. You can enjoy the hydro massage. You can do just about anything you want, the tanning bed. And even if you just want to get a regular membership, go to your One Planet Fitness, get all of your workouts in. It's a great deal. You can't beat it. And you know what? It's summertime. You know what? Use the rest of July and get your beach body for August. Why not,
there
right?
You go.
Absolutely. So visit Planet Fitness today. It's Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles, and with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
Dr. Jeff Pierce of the Michigan Sports and Spine Center. Yes, the Michigan Sports and Spine Center. He does a show. He comes in on Big D Energy on Tuesdays, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz on Thursdays. He has a segment. He talks about injuries. We interview him. He's got all of the insight. You know what? We'll have Dr. Pierce on, and we're feeling kind of apprehensive about certain players and their injuries. Dr. Pierce is usually the one that makes you feel a little bit better. But if the news is bad, he will give it to you straight. So go visit Dr. Pierce for all of your sports, for all of your spine needs, or just watch Tuesday and Thursday, Big D Energy or Ermanni and Edwards with Maz. Final segment of the day. And if there's anything that I've learned today is that I can't improvise. What all have I done today? I didn't know exactly how to end Jeff Pierce's Michigan Sports and Spine. I basically...
You said you're going to divorce your wife?
That's not what I meant at all. But it came out that way.
Does she know?
She does know, yeah.
It was... For the record...
What don't you like about your wife exactly?
No, I love my wife. It was more about... I understand how I look when I'm making those rants. I don't look stable.
No, you do not.
My arguments are sound. They're filled with logic.
According to you.
And I'm right. But
according to you.
I look crazy. I'll admit I look crazy, but it's all passion. It is all 100% passion. And Broder in the chat before we get to mailbag, because you're trying to trap me there, but you didn't. Remember, he said, so Riley Green can make an impact without getting a hit. Yes, by walking. Not by anything else.
What
by
if he steals
walking.
a base?
Just don't get caught. Just don't be caught, and I will. If he gets caught, I'll rip him too.
Whoa.
But you know what? We'll see. He picks and chooses his spots. All I'm saying is, if you go to run, you better make it. Or in the case of Parker Meadows, you better make it and stay healthy, because you would have won that game without you stealing, Parker Meadows, and you know that.
That is true.
Not saying it was his fault. Maybe it was called for by a coach, but at the same time, you can't be doing that. Hopefully he gets back healthy.
Maybe you're trying not to be predictable.
That's fair.
The one thing I will say, and this doesn't justify it, was it Friday or was it Saturday? One of those games they had a 5-2 lead in the ninth, and then they gave up 2 runs with a runner on third and 1 out. Unfortunately, Jason Foley was able to get the job done. Maybe the Tigers were thinking we need all the insurance runs that we can use. Maybe even 4 isn't enough. I still think, though, and I get it, hindsight is 20/20. I don't think that was the right move. But I'm not a fan of stealing. And right. I've made that very, very clear. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it'll turn out to where steals when the Tigers are good is a big part of their offense. But for now, if I was running a team, I wouldn't make stealing a big part. I wouldn't say never, ever under any circumstance, but you better make it. And the first time you get caught, you get a 20-game moratorium on stealing.
Jeez.
Wow.
It's fair.
Let's see how many championships you're going to win.
You know what?
Zetas.
Because unlike A.J. Hinch, I would play Carson Kelly and Andy Ibanez every day. Anywho, that was Big D. That was Big D energy. That was a very spirited discussion with myself, Terry Foster, Spenmo Rax, and Sam Stick Day. Man, I am tired.
You should be.
But I also.
Hard to take an ass whooping.
You know what? It's the tired.
Adrian.
You know what?
Maybe he's tired of us.
You know what? I am Rocky. And Rocky 2.
Throw in the damn.
I get up.
Throw the damn towel.
I get up before you guys. You guys are Creed. I am Rocky and Rocky 2. I get up.
That's fair.
So, anywho, we will see you guys tomorrow.
Definitely Creed. You're the one who dies in the end.
Are you really?
No, he's the one giving the speech.
You're the one who dies by the hands of your Tommy Russian friend.
I can't beat him.
Yep.
Poor Flannel.
I'm all right. I'm all right.
Black eye.
It is okay, but we will see you tomorrow on Big D Energy. We'll be back.
Mailbag, but didn't do it.
That's all right.
I am Ron Burgundy.
Well, see you later.
More so. No, don't think when I tell you. when I tell you exactly what it is, it's exactly what it is. Unless I'll tell you I don't know.
That's it.
Oh. There we go. Right? I'll tell you I don't know or I'm not sure, but if it's exactly.
There we go. Looks good. Never gonna go back.
I'll pick some up, actually.
Yeah. Looks pretty good. That's good. You're never gonna go back. There you go. Good shot. Good shot. There we go.
Just got to give himself a putt. Kenny Putz, you met Kenny Putz? Come on. You're going to meet him.